Well, games in this conference is not going to come by easy, especially when you're on the road. But hey, a win's a win. So here's a review. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Drew, better known as RockChalk01, and today, yesterday, whenever you're watching this, the third-ranked Kansas Jayhawks headed down to Lubbock, Texas to take on the Texas Tech Red Raiders and escaped Lubbock with a victory by a final score of 75-72. Yeah, this was pretty much a dominant game by KU for 38 minutes. And then when it came to the final 2 minutes of this game, it was non-existent as KU basically almost blew this one. But thankfully, a defensive stop at the end and an extra bucket gave a little bit of a cushion for a KU victory. Now, don't get me wrong, there was some good key things that happened that were really good for us to get a victory, but there was just a few nitpicking things that we got to really work on. So with that being said, for those of you who do not know, I give positives and negatives about the game, give a player the game, and a player who needs to improve. Without further ado, let's do it. All right, positives. KU shooting tonight. Actually not that bad, as KU shot 49% from the field and 46% from beyond the arc, and went 50% from the free throw line, but winning this ball game by only shooting 4 free throws and making 2 of them, I mean, what can you say? I consider that a victory and a half, because that's impressive. The fact that we only shot 4 free throws and still managed to win this game is remarkable. And the shooting night in general, especially from beyond the arc, is really good. So yeah, that's a positive. Another one is rebounding, and KU out-rebounded the Red Raiders 32-28. And if you do take away KU's offensive rebounds in this ball game, they actually would have lost this one by 6. So yeah, if it wasn't for those offensive rebounds, which was 11 of them, yeah, this would have been a different story. There would have been a good chance that Texas Tech would have done much better. But yeah, getting rebounds and out-rebounding the Red Raiders was a key positive for a victory. Another key positive that I can think of, the turnover battle. Winning the turnover battle was huge in this ball game, and KU managed to do so. KU forced 15 Texas Tech turnovers and scored 22 off of them, while KU had 12 turnovers of their own, and Texas Tech only managed to score 17. So yeah, winning this turnover battle, especially in that hostile environment, is big. And yeah, that's a positive. The other positive, let's go with points in the paint, as both teams were dead even points in the paint wise, as both teams had 30. Second chance points, KU won that 9-7. Fast break points, KU won that battle 8-5. And bench points, KU barely won that 9-8, which that surprises me that KU ended up winning the bench point battle despite a few guys, I mean, key guys stepping up. But gosh, that is remarkable. So yeah, with all that said, those are my positives. All right, to the negatives. Now, I said that there were nitpick negatives, and there's good reason behind it, because as well, Texas Tech is a really good basketball team, and they've got shooters. And my gosh, they shot lights out, and we couldn't do anything to stop them. So yeah, defensively, KU did not do well holding Texas Tech to below average, as the Red Raiders shot 47% from the field, 48% from 3, and 83% from the free throw line, which, yeah, Texas Tech did get to the free throw line more often. But yeah, the 48% from beyond the arc, which half of those shots came from maybe 30 to 35 plus, maybe, because gosh, I mean, there's a few guys who just chucked them up and they went in. Like Kevin O'Banner is a good example. He just chucked one up and it went in. Another one was Pop Isaacs. Anytime he touched the ball, there's a good chance he was going to chuck it up for a 3 and it was going to go in. But yeah, containing them on the defensive side really hurt us, and they shot lights out. So yeah, unfortunately, that's a negative. And the final negative, it's probably going to be the death of us, and that's fouls. I mean, yes, we did better not fouling enough, but we still lost the foul battle as KU had 11 personal fouls in this ball game, while Texas Tech only had 6. And they had 1 in the first half. Only 1. And gosh, that was kind of the way why we didn't get to the free throw line very often and only made 2. But the fact is that we couldn't draw fouls and we committed them. And that's got to change, especially when we're getting into this tougher bulk of conference play. You're going to have to try and take a few risks and try and draw fouls, but also on the defensive end, you got to maintain your ground, and a couple times that really didn't happen. We also let a few times on the defensive side, we kind of got conservative, and they ended up being blown by layups for Texas Tech. So we got to be more aggressive on both sides of the floor, but also make sure that we hold our ground defensively and not get personal fouls. So yeah, foul troubles and the shooting numbers by Texas Tech are my negatives. Now, my player of the game, there is no question in my mind who it should be, but I want to give honorable mentions first. The first guy is Jalen Wilson. Actually did pretty well, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal in 39 minutes. That's surprising that he played that long, but he did have a cold shooting night though. 6 of 16 from the field, 3 of 9 from beyond the arc, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. So unfortunately, he's not going to be my guy. Also could have gave it to Grady Dick, who actually had a better shooting night in terms of field goal percentage, but his 3-point shot was just off. Still an honorable mention, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals in 31 minutes. Went 5 of 11 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. But yeah, that 3-point percentage was kind of a, ugh. And then KJ Adams was another one. 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block in 31 minutes of play. Shot over 50% from the field, 7 of 13. But there was one guy that did just a bit better. And my player of the game is Dajuan Harris. Because what the actual hell did all this point production come from Dajuan Harris? Because he played remarkable and shot incredibly well. Juan finished with 18 points, a new career high, 1 rebound, 3 assists, and 2 steals in 36 minutes. He was near perfect for the entire game. 6 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and 5 for 5 from beyond the arc. Which, what? Okay, we all know at Kansas, he's more of a driving guard, and he also loves to give it up. But 5 for 5 from the 3-point line is remarkable. And he went perfect. I mean, the 5 threes would just be insane. But he went 5 for 5, which is wow. And give him credit. He played his heart out and made this team his own. I just don't know what to say. Give props to him for getting a new career high out of it as well. But yeah, Dajuan Harris, my goodness. And that, not only that, that game lifted his 3-point field goal percentage from like 30-something% to above 50 for the season, which is insane. So yeah, no question, Dajuan Harris is my player of the game. Now, player who needs to improve. There really isn't many options to give it to. I mean, I could give it to Kevin McCullough. He struggled in this one with 7 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. But yeah, it was his comeback game in Lubbock after being at Texas Tech for 3 years. So I kind of figured that this would happen. So I'm letting him off the hook. Cam Martin, in his limited time, I'm going to give him some slack. 2 points, 1 rebound. He went perfect from the field in just 4 minutes. So, player who needs to improve in my eyes, I'm going to give it to MJ Rice. Because there was a reason why, and that is Zuby Ejiofor actually did just a tad bit better. I mean, both of them didn't score. Zuby grabbed 1 rebound. MJ had 1 assist, but Zuby had 2 blocks. And, I gotta give Zuby more of the benefit of the doubt. So, MJ Rice is my player who needs to improve. Only played 2 minutes, didn't score, grabbed the 1 assist. I got nothing. I mean, what can I do in this situation? I mean, there was a couple times that he did get blown by. I mean, surprisingly, his plus-minus is +1. But, yeah. I don't know. At this point, I have nothing else to say except that stat line is not the best. So, I think it'll improve. That's it. So, yeah, sadly, with very little detail on why he's my player who needs to improve, my player who does need to improve is MJ Bryce. And that's going to do it for my review of KU versus Texas Tech. Again, the final score, Kansas 75, Texas Tech 72. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Push that notification bell. Tell your friends about these videos. And I should see you again for the next basketball review as the Hawks will travel to Morgantown, West Virginia to take on the West Virginia Mountaineers. But until then, have a good day. Never ever bring exotic dancers to the field house, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.